Welcome to the worst movie podcast in the world, our Christmas special, where we're going to be talking about 1992's The Muppet Christmas Carol, arguably the most festive film ever made. So carry on listening, and we hope you enjoy. This week, I am joined by Ryan.
Hello.
And Decos has returned for the last episode of
Oh,
the year, but we're missing a Cameron
oh no.
because
Because him and his husband,
husband hasn't turned up for dinner, and therefore
Yeah.
he's going to be late.
he's worried, he's out on the streets, he's contacted Officer Beefy Keefy with a missing persons report. You know,
So we're a man down, I'm afraid, but probably for the best, eh? So for the final
can't win a point in
time this year, let's go into Logline Showdown, where we sum
that
up.
needs a logo to be made for it in the new year, Joe.
Hey, season 2, I'm telling you guys let me cook, all right? I'm going to make season 2, we're going to get a whole new rebrand, all right?
We've been waiting for you to fucking
Well, I was going to do it earlier.
the oven on.
I've already
Put
got
the oven on. Oh yeah.
I know, but I thought,
he's going to
January.
skip the oven. He's going to go straight into the kiln.
That's it. I'm
Get
going to
out of the
burn
kiln.
the fucker. I'm going to burn it.
But
anyway, let's go. Who would like to open our Logline Showdown finale? And rumor has it, everyone here has,
I think we've all actually created a good log line this time, as opposed to just making them on the fly, Joe, like last week.
Hey.
Or reading someone else's.
Oh no, yeah, Decos. Basically, last week I didn't have one, so I stole a funny review from Letterboxd, but unfortunately Cameron was reading the reviews.
Cameron had wrote a review for the film, so me and Cameron were looking through the other reviews just whilst we were waiting for you to arrive.
That is the most unlucky coincidence. If you were punctual and showed up, you would have got away with it, basically.
I mean, shout out to that guy who wrote the review, though, because it was a very good review. Anyway, who would like to start?
I'll go first.
Okay, Decos. Let's go.
You ready? This is a film about a bunch of puppets who call themselves Muppets, telling a Christmas carol in Charles Dickens apparel. That's it.
He did the rhymes.
He did the rhyme.
He did the rhymes.
I want to go next because I can keep the theme going.
Well, that's just going to make me look terrible because I haven't done that in mind.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
To Sir Michael Caine, Christmas is a pain. Bar humbug, he would exclaim. Until a little boy named Tiny Tim helped him realise all was not so grim. Change his mind, he did of course, now giving gifts without remorse. Through the streets, Merry Christmas, he did cry, so that Tiny Tim would no longer die.
Beautiful. It's like Charles Dickens wrote that himself.
I know you wanted to say Little Tim when you first said Tiny Tim.
Yeah, he keeps saying
that. They changed it.
All right. Well, I'm sure this probably means I'm going to lose anyway because I have not continued the theme. I forgot because instead I wanted to write. I wanted to answer a question as old as time. We're all familiar with the story of A Christmas Carol, but I wanted to know if Charles Dickens had wrote Christmas Carol 2, what would it be? So this is what I thought would happen. This is my description of such movie. After Scrooge's transformation, he was spreading cheer everywhere, even wearing jingle bell shoes. But after tripping over Tiny Tim's crutch one too many times and causing a gift tower to topple in a shop, something snapped. He initially appeared to be a changed man, but as time went on, his newfound kindness turned sinister. He started using his wealth and influence to manipulate others, and he even began hoarding all of the Christmas presents for himself. The townspeople soon realized that Scrooge's heart had taken a dark turn, and they had to come up with a plan to stop his evil reign. It was a Christmas battle of good versus greed.
What the fuck are you going on about?
let's be real though. If they did a Christmas Carol 2, it
Christmas
would be the
Carol
same as
2.
the second.
Oh, you're trying to call it a sequel. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that
Look,
was right.
if they actually did a sequel, it would be the same as Mary Poppins. Is
I've never watched the
Tiny
second
Tip,
bit.
Yeah, Decos. I can't say I'm
basically,
particularly familiar with Mary Poppins
basically,
2.
Mary Poppins returns. The little boy in the first Mary Poppins grown up and basically becomes dad and neglects his kids and follows the same path.
Isn't
And he
that
has to
Nanny
relearn what it's like.
McPhee?
Okay, it's also Nanny McPhee.
Uh, the
So yeah,
great.
Christmas Carol 2 would be Tiny Tim being an asshole.
Yeah. Well,
Then
they
the
did.
ghost of
I mean, they
Scrooge.
did kind of hint that Scrooge took Tiny Tim under his wing, and
Yeah.
one day of good deeds does not fix everything.
And he fucking does.
Who knows what evil
Second
And
lies?
Tiny Tim
repented.
was able to walk without the crutch. He was straight, like, down the factory. Fucking 12 hours a day labor.
Anyway,
Helping Bob pay the rent. Like,
let's get into the points. Wow, look at this. A year's worth of points right there. Well, Deco, since you went
it is
first,
quite nice to look at,
it
like
is. There's a
all this.
lot.
You can see all the movies we've done
Yeah, in some form or another.
in some form. Yeah. I
um,
think not. I don't think too many are too hard to get outside of maybe Cindy the fairy fucking
I
princess.
don't know what you're talking about.
The
What was the
monkey.
baguette from?
I
Ah, you see?
want to say a French. Oh, Star Wars. That was Star Wars
Oh, the
Rogue One.
bread, yes.
It was a bread
Bread Wars.
episode.
Yeah, the bread episode, yeah.
You got the diesel from Bullet Train,
From
the
Thomas.
Brazilian
He was.
flag,
Yeah.
Brazil, the Transformers car, the pomegranates from Pilgrim versus
What was
Pomegranates.
rattled from?
Oh, there was like a spooky episode we did, no, with like bones and stuff.
Oh, right, okay. Anyway, Decos, cast your vote first. Since you went first, you can cast your vote. Short and sweet. I think we know where this is going. Well, I think I'll just go next then. I think because we already have a clear winner, really. So I will also vote for Ryan.
Yay!
Don't sound too excited.
I was gonna vote. I was gonna vote for Decos because rhyming buddy.
There we
So
go.
there we
So
go.
Ryan takes the
If it
final
helps,
point.
Joe,
Yeah,
if it helps, Joe, I didn't need to win. I just needed you to lose.
I'd already lost. There you have it. The final point has been placed. I mean, there was a clear winner of Long Line Showdown this year,
And a clear loser.
and a very clear. But it could have been
Good loser.
clearer. We let ourselves down a little bit in the
Yeah,
end.
yeah. You gave him point. I left for I got a life, left for a couple of weeks, and came back and he had 2 points. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
no,
how many
we did
points
that.
have you won by your own wheel?
That's true.
Probably not. Honestly, not
Don't
that
worry,
many. I
I'm
think. I
gonna
think
do some
it's
digging.
probably like
We'll have a
3.
discussion about this next week.
Yeah, but that's 3.
That would put Decos in the run to win if we auctioned off Cameron's
Oh,
points. A
Yeah.
debate for another day. A debate for another day. Right. The part where everyone says what they thought about the movie and stuff about Muppets, preferably. What do we think?
hey, we got a host as a Muppet today.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh,
We asked for a man of a Muppet, and we got a Muppet of a man. God.
that's it. You
I'm sorry.
Scrooges.
I'll leave now.
I want to just start off by saying this is literally just a Christmas Carol, this movie, but with Muppets. There's
What
no.
the fuck did you think it was going to be?
That could have been the perfect love line because that is the film.
What did
is
you think
but-
the Muppet Christmas Carol was going to be about?
I thought though they'd take some more liberties with it and let it like breathe a bit because it is kind
No.
of just like literally you got like fucking Gonzo just like narrating the bloody thing with Rizzo
Exactly.
Loran.
Yeah, but that's the tradition. Look, trust me, we all know what happens these days when they try to take creative liberties with traditional stories. All right, they're normally fucking terrible and
Name
cringy.
one.
Oh, he's all that.
That was hardly a traditional. That's a
Kung
bad
Fu
example.
Panda
That's a
4.
bad example. I know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I think the fact that it makes it a solid movie because you can't act because you could throw the same script with just human actors and you'd go, oh, as a very standard, very good traditional Christmas movie. But
Yeah,
this is bumped
I
up
wouldn't
better
say it was good.
because there's
See,
Kermit.
I'm against the current. I know what you two think of this one, and I am very against the current on this. So I don't have my little buddy Cameron here to
It's a
fight my corner.
goated Christmas
It
film.
is.
It is
It's
the
literally,
Christmas film.
honestly, yeah, I agree, Decos. I don't know about you, but when I was younger, this film was on like every Christmas. This was like the Christmas film. When I think of
Yeah,
Christmas, I
this
think of
and
the Muppet
Grinch.
Christmas Carol.
Yeah, this
It
and
is a
I
Grinch.
actually,
must watch
Goated.
every year.
I don't think I've seen this before. Like at
That
least
is
in full. I've probably seen bits and pieces of it on TV, but always like tuned out.
Fun fucking fact for you guys.
Oh
My
God.
year 6 end of play, I play fucking Scrooge.
You know what?
That
I
seems like
played that
It's a
shit.
perfect
very
role.
good casting.
Yeah, he actually
Yeah,
did
a
something
good
right.
casting director in your school.
Man had a top hat, fucking coat,
I have to.
running around
Oh, we
hitting,
need to
hitting
find.
disabled.
There's got to be some photos of this somewhere in the world.
No, it's
It's
not.
got to be buried somewhere. We're gonna be
Clearly not.
Next time we see Decos's dad, right?
yeah.
Where are the Scrooge costs?
Where's
Where
the
are that?
Scrooge
I had a whole like
That has
man
to
Oh,
had
be
to
one.
remember lines.
but yeah,
It
Ryan,
was
I
good.
just don't get how you like can't love this film.
Yeah,
They
this film's
throw in
goated.
Not,
like
I
they're
mean,
like it's
Miss
like the
Piggy was
quirky.
hardly sexualized at all.
That's good.
It's also 50. It's got an hour 20-ish runtime, right? And it's 50 minutes before she even shows up.
Yeah, but they're look, the way you have to
This is
look at
fucking
it
character.
is that
This isn't a Miss
it's
Piggy.
as if you have to look at it from the perspective that the Muppets are real. Okay, these are the Muppets casted as characters in the Christmas Carol. So Miss Piggy is just playing a part. It doesn't have to be a main part. I mean, Kermit wasn't the main character. I mean, he was one of them, but he weren't the main. You know, if it was a truly, you know, if they casted Kermit as Scrooge, I'd go, oh, you know, this is it's a bit weird.
Honestly,
I think
I
it was
think
a.
I just watching this film. I mean, I haven't really watched a lot of Muppet stuff before, and watching this film, I think I just don't find the Muppets particularly funny.
I mean, they're
Like,
not.
Oh, it is. They're
they're
not
not.
funny.
No,
They're a generation
they are.
funny.
Yeah,
Like
it was before our time. The proper, the real Muppets when they were at their height was before our time, Ryan.
So I remember
The
seeing when I
Muppet
was
Show.
basically looking up this film afterwards. The guy who created them, right, died a couple of years before, and this was the first thing they did following his death.
Yeah,
and
but the
they
Muppets
peaked
were
after his death.
like it all stems from like the original Muppet Show, which is a very old show. And then since
Yeah.
then they've just kind of they can just be placed in different things and just kind of be people just accept them.
The stuff they've done since A Christmas Carol has been
That's
probably
that's what I'm
dire.
saying. The latest Muppet stuff, the Muppet movies are, you know, they're not too
You
good.
can you can hardly say the one where the guy from How I Met Your Mother was in it was alright at
That's the one that
best.
Cameron likes.
Yeah,
Am I
the
a
one that the man of
man
yeah, the one that
or a Muppet? You can't not love the Muppets, Ryan.
it's hard
Kermit.
to explain, but this film is just
I can and I
generational.
will. I will.
When was this film made? And it's still standing the
1992.
test. Yeah, and it's still standing the test of time.
That's not a very long test of time. Fucking Mariah Carey was 1994, and she hasn't fucked off yet. Like, the test of time would be like,
Yeah, but
It's a
anything that
Wonderful Life,
become
because that's like
it's
94,
like
not
Yeah,
94,
the
that's still like 30 years ago, though.
carried by
Over 30 years
Christmas.
ago now.
It's the after effect of Christmas. If you make anything that gets big during Christmas, whether it be a movie
Yeah,
or a
it comes
song,
back
it will
time after
last
time.
forever. Because,
Yeah.
you know, every year we listen to the same songs and we watch the same movies. And one of those traditional movies is The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Well, if it's Christmas Carol, The Grinch, and Elf. They're the three
Yes.
films you watch at Christmas. Not the new Grinch. The new Grinch, no.
The Illumination one. I was about to say,
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
Ryan.
The Jimmy
Hey,
Carrey
that's-
one.
The proper Grinch, Jim Carrey's Grinch.
I feel like there's a little. Actually, I've never seen Alfie either. Somehow.
Well,
That's
I
it.
would just like to add a point. You know, I hate fucking musicals, but this is one that I can.
It's not really a musical though, and also the songs are
The
really
Muppets.
shit.
I disagree. The songs are things that I've stuck in my head for years. Like,
Yeah.
I
Don't
hadn't
ask
watched
us
the
to
Muppet Christmas
sing them.
Carol for a while, like for a couple years. But when I was watching it today,
You,
I just like as soon as they started singing, I just fucking the
you
memory
knew the
of
words.
I knew the words from all the times I've seen this before. They're very they're songs that will stick in your head. They're very simple and they're kind of catchy. Especially the big ginger beard guy.
Mm.
Oh, I kind of hated. That was so weird.
What?
I
How
thought
can
they
you
were going
hate
to
him?
ask for
I
spitter.
did not. I
Yeah.
just. He looks like. I don't know. That guy just like freaked me the fuck out. Kind of like he
What?
can change his size. He's there at the start, like
He's
come
a
in and know
spirit.
me better.
Come and
Like
know me
Better
better,
man.
man.
yeah, it's just like
But
that's
he's
kind
a
of
If any
weird.
of them were weird, it was the Angel at the start.
Yeah, that
The
was the
Angel at
one
the
that
It was
throws
start
me
it
off
was
was
the
a
most.
painted drawing.
nightmare. Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
nightmarish.
will
It was a
agree. It's
painted
always
drawing
something
that
that's
moved.
unsettled me about this movie is that
It looked like a
bird
it looked
spirit.
like a human Goldine.
Yeah, but have you watched the animated one that came out like
Oh,
2007 or
that is
whatever?
horrific. That movie.
That is nightmare
It
fuel.
actually is. It's not even a Christmas movie. It's a horror film.
It is.
That is
There's
My mum
definitely.
Muppet.
got me that. My mum got me that for like Christmas sort of thing. Not as a present, but just came out Christmas. Thinking, it'll be fun. It's animated. Oh my god, it was not.
It is horrific. The
My mum
animated.
had to pause it and be like, "What the fuck
Yeah,
is
it is
this?"
like Ryan. Have you seen it? It is
No.
genuinely they did
You
an
need
animated
to.
one, and it is genuinely fucking terrible. I think it is like kind of like a twisted version of the Christmas Carol because it is
Mm,
fucking horror nightmare fuel. Is there a version of the Christmas Carol that's just with like actors
yeah, it's
on
the one that
movie?
is the yeah. There's one that came before. Like, it's the OG Christmas Carol film.
I've never seen that one. So when I
I've
think
seen
of
bits of
Christmas
it.
Carol, I think of who played Scrooge? Michael Caine.
Michael
Yeah,
Caine.
I
yeah.
just think of Michael
Sir
Caine.
Michael Caine.
Yeah. See, like for me, if someone says Christmas Carol, not even if they don't, if they're not talking about the Muppet Christmas Carol, if you talk about the Christmas Carol, I think of or if you say Scrooge to me in any form,
Yeah, it must
I
be.
think Michael Caine because of this film.
I will. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
I know
one
this
that
isn't
came
the
out in
acting bit, but
1984.
Michael Caine he gives it his all in this film.
I know
Like
it's yeah.
genuinely, this might be one of the best things I've seen in him. Like not best in terms of the actual film, but performance wise, probably one of his best performances since maybe Alfie
The
for
Muppets are
me.
not to be
That's like in like
laughed at or
Alfie
mocked.
basically made his career. Like dude is there basically he's like a one. You felt like a one man show in this for me.
But it very much is.
Even
The
though they
character
give
of
him
the entire
give him very
story is
little.
very like it is very much Scrooge's tale. Like everyone else are just kind of
I feel though like it's so bits of it low. Okay, let's talk about the pacing of the film a bit. I feel like the
okay. But
pacing is
before you
slightly
do, at
fucked.
this point, you are criticizing the traditional
Oh,
story and not necessarily the Muppets at this point. So I just want to
I'm
make that clear.
I'm criticizing the film
You're
itself
just
for just
you're just
how
criticizing the Christmas Carol, one of
yes.
the most famous
Fuck you, Charles Dickens, you piece of shit.
Dickens story ever written.
What's he gonna do, huh? Sue
yeah,
me? He's
just,
dead.
just because it's famous doesn't mean you can't critique it.
No, that is true. That's
I
fair
actually
say.
think though the issue with this version of it is it's too short.
Oh, so you
Which
would want more Muppets?
no, but because when we're going through the ghosts of like Christmas past,
Ladies
present,
and
and
gentlemen,
future, in order to keep it like with a good pace, like keep it fucking going. Especially like a lot of the past stuff feels kind of glossed over. Like
so you wanted
think
an
about like
in-depth
you know
lore of
how it's like
Scrooge,
he meets that it's like he loved a
a
woman
lady.
once. That shit is
Oh
like
yeah, no, I
5
agree
minutes from
absolutely.
like start to end of their entire relationship together.
Yeah, okay, I see what
Like
you mean.
if that. So it's like, and it's like the final bit where it's like he's sort of like crying, looking at it, and being like, "God, I fucked up." Like there's
I
no
guess you're
emotional
right,
weight.
actually.
There's no emotional weight to it because it's just been like introduce the character, you never see them again, and it's
You know,
like
I've
this is
never
a
actually
big
thought of
this is
it
meant
like
to be a
that
big moment.
because
Nah,
you
Ryan just wanted a sex scene. It's okay.
God.
I mean,
Seriousness
Wanted
though,
those
Kermit and Miss Piggy had
connections.
Tiny Tim somehow. I
bro,
don't know
did you
what to
see
say.
them when like against the door? I was like, when he first walks in and meets Miss Piggy, she like pins him against the door.
Yeah, Miss Piggy is not
But
even properly.
but
God damn!
you are right, Ryan, because they kind of do brush over the whole reason of why Scrooge is how he is. You know, because in this version, it seems very heavily
But
implied that
can
the
you
reason he
understand?
changes, the only reason he changes is because he's scared of dying and people hating him, and not. And they do only really gloss over that his past, which I think is what that should be more of a have more weight to it.
That is like a very big bit.
Yeah,
This
But
might
you
just
say
be like
you say it's a
with
big
the
bit.
adaptation because I believe that's such like a big bit, right? Of the actual Christmas Carol, like the original Christmas Carol, is the Christmas past. A lot of the focus goes on that
Well, you would have
because
thought so because that would what have
that is
turned
where
him
you
into
get
how he is.
that is where you
Yeah,
sort of
but
get the most out of the story. The present you can go over a bit, and then the
But at the same
future is where you can
time,
take it quick because it's like all you need to see is a little
the
bit,
future wasn't
yeah,
and
that
but
much. Was
you've already done the work with the past,
yeah, but
essentially.
at the same time, it's not too far. You don't have to stretch too far to realize, right? You know, he's had a miserable couple. When he was in school, he was by himself. He hates Christmas, and then when he was an adult, he got his heart broken. So that's why he hates Christmas.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know,
because a little
it?
fucking
Well,
school,
no, but you
fucking
got
nerd,
told
bro.
he's a
you
nerd.
got told in school that you have to make money, be a businessman. You see him start becoming a businessman, get into it, sort of thing. Meets a woman, then you see them together, and she's upset because chose business over her, and he's
Yeah,
left
but it's
alone
very
and
like it just
unhappy.
isn't. You just don't care. Is the thing? It just doesn't give you enough time to like actually
Yeah, who
care.
cares? Who cares about the humans in the Muppets film?
Yeah, I want to
When
see
your
more
human's
animal.
Michael Caine,
I wanted
like
to see more of animal.
Also,
Animal was barely
I
in
want to
it.
correct
Animal was great
what
though.
I said.
Just the fact that they had
One
him
sec.
playing the triangle, and it's as
The
if
try.
like
Okay, I will admit, them
it
playing the
was as
triangle
if
was mildly amusing.
it was as if like animal, because that's why I say like you can't, if you look at it as it's like the Muppets playing characters and not, because they're not referred to as Kermit or Miss Piggy, so it is technically the Muppets have been cast to play
Yeah, that's
characters
why
in
he's
this.
narrating it.
Yes,
Yeah,
apart from Rizzo the
Mhm.
Rat.
yeah, who's exactly the same. But that's what that the thing with Animal was funny because like they're getting to play a triangle, but it's as if like he breaks character, even though he is a character in and of himself, and then he starts to beat with the
That's
drums.
fucking damn. That's fucking deep.
With the Muppet
I
lore,
wanna,
I need to know about the Muppet lore. That's what I'm saying.
I wanna stand correct myself. On the past thing, saying that they haven't done any good Muppets films since Christmas Carol. In 1996, they did the Muppets Treasure Island, which is also another good film. It had Tim Curry in it. He was goated in that film. You should watch that.
No, I
I
don't
was
think I
like,
will.
you will. I will make you.
How?
I know it. I know you.
Right. Anyway,
I just
is there anything
select
else?
it. I'll select it for a podcast, so we have to. Yeah, what?
Right.
Fuck it. Sorry, move on to do. Sorry, sorry.
What else can we talk about?
Come on,
The ghosts are pretty
you guys have got to
funny.
have something.
I enjoyed the ghosts. When he comes home and the Marley and me, or Marley
Oh,
and
it's
fucking.
Marley and
Marley and me.
Marley,
Sorry.
Marley and me.
Owen Wilson and a dead dog when he gets home. Like
That
Sorry.
will ruin
Right.
Christmas.
I like
that
that.
will
I
ruin.
like that bit.
No wonder he was. No wonder he hated Christmas.
He wants
Fucking
Marley
Marley
and
and
me every year.
Marley. Yeah.
for Christmas, you get
Anyway,
Marley.
That song is like that's a top 10 song right there. The Marley
I
song. It's
I do not
Marley and
remember it at all.
Marley. Ooh.
uh,
It's Marley and Marley. Ooh.
uh,
Come on, man. They had some fantastic music in this.
Mm.
Michael Caine's voice needs a bit of work, but you know,
Michael Caine's voice?
there's room for improvement.
What? Oh yeah, Michael Caine. I cannot sing.
His singing voice, yeah,
Yeah.
not his actual voice, his singing
Anyway.
voice.
Yeah, no, I would.
Oh, if you want to see a good, Michael Caine film, watch Miss Congeniality. It's also got
What?
Sarah. What I'm running.
It's also got
Italian Job.
it's also
You're
got
forgetting the Italian Job.
It's also got Miss
That's the
Piggy.
best
I know
Michael
the
Caine film.
Italian Job is this, but I'm also saying another film because I'm edgy and different.
Any film that Michael Caine's in, because he's one of the greatest British actors of all time.
Michael Caine makes the
All right,
Batman
Ryan, we
film.
know that you fucking love him. All right.
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 Fuck,
Well,
what else? We see, this is
I
it.
don't
We're
know,
running out of shit.
I've hit
Yeah, but
Fuck
run out
Tiny
of it.
Tim. Why did Oh yeah, can we talk about Tiny Tim, right?
Tiny
Because
Tim.
Yeah.
Tiny Tim basically shows up. Michael Caine just instantly falls in love with Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
And is like, I will fucking die to protect this kid. Tiny Tim dies. And that, like, basically Tiny Tim in this film exists to die and then come back to life.
Well, that's the story. But
Is he
does he
Jesus?
come back to? Well, this is something I've wondered, and I wondered after watching it again.
Are you thinking about the space-time continuum and how
No,
Ghost
does
of Christmas
Tiny
Past?
Tim actually return in the original story? Because at the end, it's as if it's as if Gonzo, he kind of adds at the end, oh, and Tiny Tim lives, as if they've changed it to make it more of a happy ending. But I didn't actually check it. I'd be curious to find out if Tiny
Gonzo's
Tim
a f-
actually dies.
The thing with Gonzo is he's like just a liar narrator. So Tiny Tim actually just still died, but Gonzo is
True.
like trying to fuck with you.
Hey,
Like
Yeah,
Gonzo's
Michael
own.
Caine actually killed Tiny Tim.
Gonzo Rat. Best duo, mate. Best
No,
Hollywood duo.
basically Michael Caine changed the reality.
Tiny Tim was killed by Kermit in a murder homicide. That's a murder suicide.
Michael Caine saw Tiny Tim die in his future and went, right, I'm changing that, I'm gonna kill him myself.
Effects and stuff, but we mostly just talk about the stuff.
The
I think this
Angel,
movie looks great still.
I think it was pretty solid
It does.
film.
I think
think
the
some of them-
movie as a whole looks great. Because bear in mind, more than 70% of characters on screen are all puppets,
A bit.
and yet it
Yeah, but they're
still
real life
looks
puppets,
like
aren't they?
a
They're not CGI. I
no,
think the
exactly
only bit of
real
CGI.
puppets, real puppets
The only
that
bit
would
of
have been controlled by actors, and there are lots of scenes where the streets seem very busy, and they look
Mm.
as if they fit. So I think
Yeah.
it holds up
there
very well.
are a
The only
couple of
bit of
bits.
CGI is the
Yeah,
Christmas
there's a couple of
CGI
bits of
bit is
CGI where they
questionable.
make the puppets do weird stuff.
Yeah, but
Well, it's
did
more
anyone
Michael Caine
notice
flying.
the one thing that I saw while watching this again is I think it's with most. I bet if you go with most of the older Muppets movies and TV shows, you can start picking up on a lot of more practical effects that they do, such as when Kermit or Bob Cratchit is carrying Tiny Tim on his shoulder and you see his legs and they're walking. The ground is just a cylinder that's spinning in order to create the effect that they're walking through a street. And you can see it quite clearly on the screen, but it still works as an effect.
Right.
So
I
I
mean, it
think
was
there's
made in
quite a lot.
1992. So
Yeah, I think there's a lot.
it's more the hand painted Angel of Christmas Past
Yeah, that thing
taking
was like
taking
terrifying.
Michael Caine through a portal.
Yeah, I mean Michael Caine flying through the sky looked a bit fucking ropey, but
That's, yeah.
It
The
definitely
top of
feels.
it
I don't know. It has
doesn't
like, I'd say almost the aesthetic of the film is not going for 100% realism, because they understand that you're dealing with puppets in the first place.
they're not puppets, they're Muppets.
Shut up.
They're
I think
puppets.
I think they did it. I think they did it clever, and that they did it very well done.
Yeah, it does hold up, even if some of the Muppet designs are just demented as fuck.
Yeah, but like the thing
Yeah.
is, like the Muppets are such like a you know, they're very certified. Like everyone knows characters of the Muppets. You know, Kermit, fucking Miss Piggy. So you stick them in
Go on,
anything
say more,
really, and
say more, say more. How many, go on, say more. Go on, go on.
Kermit,
Fucking day.
Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, Gonzo, Animal. The Swedish Chef appeared.
You did.
He was in the
That's
party
not his name,
scene,
man.
and that's all I got for
The
you.
party scene was just how they got all like the Muppets who they couldn't think of
Yeah.
parts in a Christmas Carol for, and they were just like, "We'll stick them in the fucking party."
Oh, and I can't remember what the two old guys are called. Maybe they are just called
Marley and
Marley and Marley.
I don't know what they're actually called.
No.
But they're the ones that always just
Fozzie Bear
criticize
and
everything.
Fozzie Mum was there? Is that? I don't know.
The eagle was there as well, the American eagle, because
Oh yeah. Oh
why
yes.
not?
Oh, that was such a good little line though. Did you pick up on that, Ryan?
No.
So you know the blue eagle that plays the head teacher.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah. So like
Oh.
the Muppet of him is like he's like
Oh.
the all-American eagle. So that line where he's like, you were like, what does he say? Something about going into become a great American citizen.
You'll
And
become a great
Yeah.
American businessman.
yeah, it's like
And it's like great British businessman.
there's probably a
That
bunch of
also
little
that
like.
also further proves that they're not actually the characters; they're just playing the
That's what I'm
characters.
saying. It's like you have to look at the Muppets as if they're actual real actors.
Well, they're basically just doing a theatre production.
Yeah.
Michael Caine was probably actually just Michael Caine playing Scrooge. If make
Probably
that
I
make
mean,
did
I,
do a
sense.
great job.
I mean, you're saying you're acting like the Muppets aren't real. The Muppets are real.
They are real, man.
Um,
I mean, if you saw what
one of
Kermit
them
was
they-
nowadays,
I swear,
like,
were they
yeah,
not like
his years
they're
after this
still
film have not
getting
been kind.
used for?
I'm
Were they
about to
not
say,
like?
where's Tony Tim after
Were
the
they
Christmas
not at
Carol
like an
for
award
15?
show just recently as like one of the um
I think they are. I don't even
what presenters?
probably.
I'm
Kermit
pretty
the
sure they
Frog
were.
was also Kermit
Dude,
the so
you know,
you know the TV show The Masked Singer.
it's
It's like an
Kermit the Frog.
American
One of
thing.
the
Kermit
things.
the Frog,
Kermit the
but
Frog.
he was.
It's
They
just,
took off a big. They
it's
took off a
just
big.
a fucking puppet in a mask. It's like, who could it be?
No,
It's
it's
fucking
not.
Kermit.
No. They do like they. It's like giant, like let's say like a giant panda body, so you can't make up the shape, the face, or anything. And they
Yeah.
took the head off it. It's just a tiny fucking Kermit the Frog. Like, you're
Yeah,
right.
but how can you telling
Oh,
me you won't recognize Kermit's voice?
They do like
Kermit.
voice editors while she
Oh,
starts
that's so.
singing,
I
but
didn't
yeah,
know
you
that.
have
I have to find that clip. That's so. It's
fucking
such a. I will
amazing.
say though, just the whole thing with the Muppets is so bizarre because, like, they really are
I don't understand how they've
treated.
got so big.
Well, no, because again, it's before our time. I think if you ask people
Well, it's the same as Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse
it
doesn't really
was
do
massive, like,
shit anymore,
because the
does he?
Muppets were tailored to adults just as much as their kids. Because I don't know if you ever
Yeah,
watched any of the original The Muppet Show. It was
I've
very
seen some
much.
of it. Yeah,
It was very much. See, my dad used to love them. He used to show us them all the time, and it's very much just a talk show that just will burst into skits with these puppets.
so it's
But it
SNL.
is so bizarre how they've lasted so long, and you know Hollywood has pretty much indoctrinated them as like real people.
Well,
Like
it's just
nobody
it's
knows who the fuck plays Kermit or puts his hand up Kermit's fucking ass to make him talk, but we
pretty
all
sure the
know
original was
Kermit.
dead.
I don't know.
But
right.
it's basically the same as Mickey Mouse because Mickey anything I've seen Mickey Mouse been in recently has
Yeah,
been
but
Family Guy.
moving
No,
on. Who was? We're on that amazing section. Who was
Go.
the
Oh,
acting
those
goat
it.
and who was the acting stoat? Where we discuss
I think
who was the acting goat and who was the acting stoat.
you guys already know my answers, so I'll go first.
Go on.
The
Stokes is Charlie Sheen.
go is Michael Caine because he actually gives his all in this.
Mm,
Even though he's
he
essentially
does.
just acting to puppets at the end of the day,
They're
and
not. They're
he's still
Muppets.
Muppet. And he's still great. So yeah, and the Stoat,
Actually,
fucking
no, they're
Tiny
not
Tim,
Joe.
you fucking piece of
Joe,
shit.
So they're the
I'm
Muppets
glad Tiny Tim
trademark.
was never in any show again or film, because that means I don't have to spend the rest of my life looking at him. You know, when the Oscars come on, maybe Kermit will present one, but never, as long as I live, will Tiny fucking Tim.
I'm just
Right. Okay.
imagining.
Decos.
I'm just imagining them now. Just after 30 years gone, he's back, and it's
He's
just
like,
a
oh,
buff Tiny Tim.
what's the guy
He's
who
Big
played
Tim
Short
now.
Round?
It's just Tiny Tim, but just like super buff.
Still got like the crutches though.
He's super buff.
He's,
He's got like
he's called
the
Big Tim
fucking
now.
Chad beard, like
He's voiced by The Rock.
voiced by The Rock.
He does the people's eyebrow.
Replacing The Rock in the Fast and Furious franchise is Tiny Tim.
What is Miss Piggy cooking? Just the smolder. Oh my, that's what we need.
The Tiny Tim smart. He's not like he's Big Tim. Right, let's move on.
Anyway, yeah, I agree. I
Decos.
agree. Right. Go Michael Caine, Stoke, Tiny Tim.
What?
I mean, go Michael Caine because, well, people just the go. He made the film. If there was anyone else playing Scrooge, I don't think it would have done as good.
Yeah. No, I agree. Have you said you're Stoke?
Stoke Tiny Tim because
Okay. Right.
he
Well,
doesn't really do
I
anything.
I will agree.
They try and make
Acting
me.
go.
All he tries, he just plays the victim. He's just a victim.
He is the
So,
victim
He
though.
never takes any proactive action to, you know, like
He's
help out his
dying.
parents, pay the rent. Yeah, but he doesn't
Yeah,
like,
he
you know,
could
doesn't go
he
to the
could try
doctors.
not
He's like,
to.
he lets his fucking dad take him there, like, you know, little
Yeah,
fucker.
he
Right.
could have tried not to. The road to recovery involved hard work, and he wasn't putting in a shift.
Anyway.
He was actively like screwing himself over, getting excited over like a shitty goose, you know, like.
Yeah, I bet he didn't. He doesn't get benefits either. He's just a cunt.
My acting
He's
goat is
faking it. He's
also
actually
Michael
faking
Caine. My acting Stoke. I'm not gonna say Tiny Tim. I'm gonna cut in some slack. I will say
it.
Tiny Tim.
What? Who?
Tiny Tim.
And
Oh, what if they remake the Muppets Christmas Carol and Tiny Tim is Tiny Tim, Tim and Shut mate?
Tiny Timothy Chalamet. That'd make this film far, far better.
Scrooge
Okay.
will be played by was it Aquafina, whatever her name is.
Aquafina. No,
She's in
thank you.
everything.
No, thank you. So, the final movie for this beautiful masterpiece of a tier list that, reflects just exactly how we feel about everything we've watched. So we'll go from the top. Decos, cast your final vote. Where is the Muppets Christmas Carol going?
So it's a solid B. You know,
Oh, strong.
I think it's better than average, and I do genuinely enjoy watching the film.
I agree.
You know, like I'm gonna watch it this weekend with a family.
but again,
Again,
Yeah,
wow, you really love some Muppet.
with family because they always watch it.
All right, so Decos has casted his vote as a B. I will go next. I agree with everything you said, but this film just holds a special place in my heart. All right, especially from when I was just a young, a young tiny Tim. All right, so
a
I'm gonna
tiny.
I'm gonna do you one better. I'm actually gonna put it in the A tier. It's filled me with Christmas joy. Finally, Ryan, go on. We know you're gonna fucking bring this
Yeah,
down. You're gonna
bring this
ruin the
boy
Christmas
down.
spirit.
It didn't give me the Christmas spirit. I'll be honest. I just didn't enjoy it as a Christmas movie or as a movie in general. It just felt like quite a bland. It just felt quite bland, in my
You're
opinion. There wasn't
bland.
really like, I don't know.
Dickens is turning over in his grave as we speak.
It's quite a simplistic, no risk taken adaptation. If that's your thing, I guess this is like A tier. But for me, it just came off a bit boring. I don't have a lot of nostalgia for it, and I don't really like the Muppets. They're not that funny. So I'm gonna not even make it bad. I'm gonna make it fucking Bay and whack this boy in the eater.
Jesus. And with a bit of movie magic, the Christmas Carol has found itself just, sat in the middle.
It's in C for Christmas.
C for Christmas. That's it.
You for Christmas.
Right. Moving onward. What's the know with Joe? We get to know what I want to know.
Do that again, but in a Christmas spirit.
In the song. Come on.
No. What's the know with
Do
Joe?
the song.
Where we get to know what Joe wants to know.
Joe, what do you want to know?
Wow. This week, there was only one thing that I wanted to know. There was one question on my mind that had to be answered.
Yeah.
However,
You guys hold
it's a
me.
little bit different this week because the question
Oh,
that
really?
I needed answers to, you can't answer for me. Because you see,
That's a bit presumptive.
Pointless then.
the only thing that could answer what I wanted to know is AI art. Because I decided, after watching the Muppets Christmas Carol, I wanted to know if the worst movie podcasts in the world were turned into Muppets, what would we look like?
Have you
And
done
so
this? Have you blue peated this?
I've spent some
Oh my
time on
god.
some
I want to know
work
what
I did
pictures he's
earlier,
used.
and I've turned us all into Muppets. The
Yes.
first Muppet, we have Cameron.
What in the
My
fuck?
god. What's up with the eyes?
I don't know what happened with the eyes on this one.
Why?
I don't know
Yeah,
what to
why is
think.
that?
See the
Oh
cowboy
my.
hat?
So we got Cameron with his cowboy hat. We got some curly locks. This is Cameron as a Muppet, guys.
I
That
can't.
looks more like
It looks
Reavable.
absolutely nothing like Cameron.
I want Joe to
The
have
four
the
eye
biggest
pupils
ears
and two
proper.
eyes are really throwing me.
Yeah. I present you me as a Muppet.
Yeah, that's a fitting image.
Yeah,
So,
I mean the ears, the Trump-like complexion.
Thank you.
Never seen you wear a
missing,
bow tie.
it's missing the stain on the side of your face, but yeah.
That's horrifically rude. So what do
Jesus
you think's
Christ.
better so far, mine or
I
Cameron's?
think Joe's is the best.
Yours, because it actually looks like something that could.
Yeah,
Although, look at that. Those ears. Look at the ears. They're like ears, but also like it's got two sets of ears.
Yeah.
Look
It's
at that.
extra hair
It's got
on the ears.
it's done very well on your face shape as well.
Thanks.
You are quite a skinny but sort of along with an average face. I
Is
know.
none
I feel
other
like I
than
know which one yours is.
Ryan.
We looking now?
Yeah.
You know what?
Also got a neck beard.
I can see that.
It's Ryan. It's a London.
see
It's a
that.
London Ryan. For some reason, it's decided to put half of his beard inside his mouth.
I don't have a beard though anymore, Joe.
Yeah, but you did though, and that's an iconic Ryan look. Is the beard? Yeah, I'm not wrong, Decos, am
This
I?
is this.
So this
He's
is
got your hair spot on, by the way.
the hair's really good, isn't it?
I don't
Yeah.
have black hair, but the hair is quite accurate. Well,
No, but you
kind
have
of.
like darker hair than us, so I just kind of took that and went with it. I give you Decos.
Why am I free?
Oh my god, look at him! He's got his little key.
Well, that's not meant to be a key. The prompt was to give him holding a bell, and that's what it come up with. So
Oh my god.
I think this is the best one.
This is the best one. It's got like, yeah, it's like the green face as well, so it's like
It's got
obviously
your
a bit
hair
different.
really good as well.
The hair's good.
I want to know what pictures you got this like based off of.
No, this was all just off
Describe it.
description.
Oh, okay.
So I literally wrote paragraphs for you to
Why
describe
has
in your
Ryan
mind.
got? Why has Ryan's got round glasses? But I have actual.
I don't know. You know, sometimes you just gotta let the generator do its thing, and
Why have I got white hat?
I think you're wearing
They've got little
gloves
gloves.
here.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
wearing
you're
little
wearing
gloves. Look,
gloves.
you got a little tuxedo on. You're very
Yeah.
classy.
So there you have it. The Worst Movie Podcast has now become in the Muppet verse. All right. So next week will be the last episode of the year, guys. We made it. We
End of
actually
season 1. We've actually
end of
committed to
season one.
something.
I know it's been a bit janky along the way, but
Actually, not actually technically not into season 1 because I'll be the in the new year the favorite films
I guess
of
so. Yeah.
2023.
But join us next week where we will be, just doing an overall review. This is our first year doing this pod. We'll be going over the movies we've covered. We might talk about whether or not, in the grand scheme of things, if they should stay in the places they are. And then we'll also be giving out a few little awards. Just, having a bit of fun, end the year out good. And yeah, join us next week.
And hopefully Cameron will join us.
Hopefully Cameron will be here.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll all be here. Thank you all for watching. If there's anybody who has been a recurring viewer, which I highly doubt, but if you are out there, we thank you. We hope you join us next week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And yeah, say bye, guys.
Bye.